of the Madison Advisory Budget Committee on Wednesday, August 27th, 2025 in Town Hall. Welcome, everyone. We have no one in the audience tonight yet. We'll see. Two members in roll call introduction. To my left is Nan Bartlett, Doug McAllister. I'm Sharon Schilling. This is Deb Parsons, the school board representative, and Jake Bowie.
Yep.
Just like David.
That's it.
Okay. I never know whether it's Bo or Bowie.
Yeah.
Bowie.
I'll answer you there.
Okay. The selectman's rep, and then Linda Shackford, the town administrator. Jake, you want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first thing on our list is approval from the minutes of February 25th and the ones from July 19th. We'll take February 25th first. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to read them. I just have a couple spelling errors. On the second page, the first paragraph that starts with Schilling said that if Article 3 fails, third line down, that starts with that talks to buying a new one. It should say force thought instead of force though. Next paragraph down, the third line down, it starts with the word some. The next word should again be thought. The last line in that paragraph that starts with regarding that, 3/4 of the way after it says EFT thought that it was not advisable instead of, I think it said if. And that's all I had. Anybody have anything else? No? Well, with that, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of February 25th. So moved?
So moved.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
You can still vote.
I second it.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approved. Linda and I talked about this, because I think we had that question once before with and I think it was an advisory budget meeting, or maybe it was a ZBA meeting, and we talked to Kate.
There was a little bit, a couple of meetings that it was going on.
Yeah, but according to the lawyers, just because you weren't there doesn't mean that you can't vote on that.
Okay.
Especially if really what we're looking at was spelling and
Yeah.
nothing of substance.
Yeah.
Okay, July 29th, anybody have anything?
I did. First page, second to last paragraph, that starts with my last name, Parsons. Second line down, my name appears again, it's just missing the S at the end.
Oh, right, Parsons. I didn't even catch that. I have in the paragraph above that, the next to last line of the public comment paragraph that starts with participation, it says Bartlett said she would think, and then it just goes off. Next line says about it. We need to take out all those spaces just so that it's closed up. Anyone have anything else? No? With that then, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Doug seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approved. That was easy. Those are much easier than the ZBA minutes, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, you think?
Oof. Okay, there's no public, so seeing as how there's probably no public comment then, we will move on. Item number 5 is rescheduling of the September meeting. September 10th doesn't work for the town, and I forget why.
There's a rec meeting that
Oh,
night.
that's right, there's a rec meeting at 5:30 that night. So September 10th doesn't work. We could schedule it for September 11th. I don't think that there's anything, and in fact, it's kind of penciled in on there to be the 10th or the 11th. But if it's not the 11th, then I think it has to be the next.
The 17th is ZBA.
17th is ZBA, so it could be the 18th. we can't do the 16th because that's the Board of Selectmen.
Correct.
And I don't wanna wait until the 30th, cause then that's way long and we'll bump into the October meeting. Any preferences? 9/11?
Mine,
I've
I'm
got
good
inmates
with
with-
11.
I'm not
I do
here
it.
through the 12th, but we already knew that.
Right, well, and then I have to check, cause I think, I don't remember when Joe said he was gonna be back.
9/11 is a prophetic day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So I need my calendar for the 11th.
Right? The ABC?
Yeah. Must have talked about it last meeting.
We did. We talked about the 10th or the 11th.
I'm happy with the 11th.
Okay. But Nan's not here.
No.
Nan's not here. And I have to check on Joe, because if Joe's not here and you're not here, I don't think we have do we have a quorum?
3 of us, 3
Oh,
out of
there's,
5.
yeah, there's 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 4. I can't count anymore. Okay, so then let's move it to the 11th at 6 p.m. Okay. Before we get to the item number 6, I actually forgot to put something. I realized it last night when I was reading through the minutes that I had promised Deb we would put an item on every agenda for a school board report. I don't know that you've met since our last meeting, so.
We have, but I also just stopped in to see, look in on the projects
Okay.
that were going, so I can just update
Yeah,
you on
absolutely.
that,
And I will
And we've
remember to
had a
put it as a
joint-
regular item.
joint board meeting as well, so. So the projects, I wasn't able to get up to the second floor bathrooms, but y'all can see that the paving was completed. And I went in to check the floor because they're having their ice cream social, and that looks all good. There's ice cream on the floor and sprinkles, so I'm hoping that's gonna come right up, but,
They'll find
they're
out.
trying it out right away. So there's that, we're still in negotiations, I believe there was a negotiating meeting with SAU 9 last week. So we've not been updated on that and how that is going, but all 3 schools will be negotiating for the area
Individually?
agreement. Yes, yep. And what else? We were updated, by Heather Sherwood at the joint board meeting that she is looking into health insurance companies for the SAU and hoping that if they find something that can be a SAU-wide endeavor. They just have to get approval from the different unions if that's the case. So that is gonna be happening.
Does she have a deadline or anything for when that has to be kind of completed or done? Or at least a decision made?
I'm thinking if they're, so my understanding is that the plan that they're on with school care right now is sunsetting.
Yes.
So they have to choose something
Anyway.
different
Yeah.
anyway. It can be still within school care. I think they've been talking about I don't know if it's the orange plan that's sunsetting and they're looking at the yellow or vice versa. But she's going to expand it even further than just school care. So I'm
Right.
assuming it's for budget season, so she was asked if she thought she could do this work quickly and she said yes, so it should be a shorter timeline rather than a longer one.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Staffing is down, so we are down 2 classroom teachers right now. So there was already sort of a promise made that next year we'd be looking at reducing a teacher because there was talk of, there's 28 students in the 6th grade that will move on and only 9-ish coming in.
Mhm.
So that would necessitate like looking at staffing, but right now we're down 2.
So it might just mean only hiring one, so it's not.
They're
really
still
all-
advertising for one and trying to hopefully get somebody, but right now they're operating on 2 K-2 teachers, 2 3-4 teachers, and 2 5-6 teachers.
It's tough, I know. Okay. When's your next meeting? Is it the,
The 8th.
it's the 8th? Yeah. I am not in town. Is anyone else, are you guys in town? You're not in town. Are you in
I'm
town?
in town.
Would you go to the meeting for me, please?
Let me see.
Check your
I'm
calendar.
in town.
If not, I'll just let Jim Curran know that we're not able to be there. And can you send me some notes?
No, I won't be available.
Okay. September 8th is the school board meeting. Email Jim. Okay, I'll just email him and let him know that we won't have anybody there. Okay, anything else?
Not, I'm
No.
sure there's other things, but.
There's a million other things always, right? Okay, then moving on, one of the things that we had talked about, this go-round with developing the budget and looking at the budget was scheduling meetings with department heads. I would really like to think that we can start at least looking at that tentatively now. Obviously, people's schedules changes and things happen, so stuff might have to move, but I think that I would really like to at least get a preliminary list of meeting dates for the department heads so that we can have them here to meet with us, so, and talk about their budget. I'd like to let them, poor Linda last year had to give us all the details on everybody's budget, but I think the better idea is to have the department head do it themselves,
I
yeah.
agree.
And it had been done that way previously, so we're not asking them to do something that they've never done before, so.
You just need to tell them ahead of time,
Right.
give them enough time.
So the question becomes when we think they'll have at least a workable draft for their budget.
Probably starting in November.
That far.
Well, when you're in, it's usually like the end of September when I send out the, everybody, all the department heads there, you know, hey, start thinking, give me something, and it's
Mhm.
usually in October, probably like October 28th when I present the very first thing to the selectmen with thoughts on what they're gonna do for next year.
Okay. So then we might have to do more than one department head a night.
Mm.
Could I make a suggestion that if you pick the nights, I'll fit everybody in, cause I can talk to, so-and-so's not available that night
Sure,
or whatever,
yeah,
and I could
yeah.
kind of fit them in for you if you.
Absolutely. I want to look at them. Do we go to 2 times a?
Yep.
Mhm.
Fourth and
You should have
eighteenth
a
of November.
4th and the 18th.
Should have, yeah.
Okay, so between those 2 dates, 4th, the 18th, because the next one's not until 16 December.
And I have you down
Oh,
for
no, there's
second.
a 2,
Second,
second,
okay.
sorry. It blended with the November. So between those 3 dates, 4, 18, and 2 December, if we can get them all scheduled.
If you wanna specifically tell me which departments you want, I'll
Both
send
of
them.
them?
Do you want like the building department, you want Bob here, and, I mean, how I guess if you tell me who you wanna see, I'll.
Yeah, so probably, I mean, Bob's is pretty easy. Police and fire, definitely a DPW. You're already here for admin,
And then EMS.
and that's the same person. EMS is
Fire.
Mike Brooks, right, as
Oh,
fire.
okay.
Yeah.
And you'll handle executive,
Sure.
right? And financial administration.
Well, Michael's financial administration,
Oh,
but he'll
that's
be
true.
here for
But he'll be here.
fire
Right.
and EMS and all that too. You got library,
Highways. Library, yeah. So library. DPW.
Rec. Rec committee. Rec
Rec.
department.
Um,
I don't know.
Theirs is usually pretty straightforward.
Mhm.
I don't need planning, cause really there's not much to theirs. The biggest thing would be if we had any questions about their legal. Parks and Rec, patriotic purposes, personnel administration, police, we said. Anybody else got anybody that? Solid waste is DPW. Yeah, so I think,
Well, it's not like you can't ask questions when it comes around.
right. Okay, so yeah, they're just those. Fire, police, DPW,
Library.
and library, yeah. If the Conservation Commission is available, maybe them. Just 'cause I've never talked to anyone from the Conservation Commission regarding their budget. Does that make sense? Yeah, and Mike he'll handle election and registration,
Mhm.
emergency management, you've got executive, he's got financial.
Yeah.
Give him his own night.
Yeah.
Plus the fire department,
Yeah.
he's got a lot to cover.
You may need 2 nights.
And I'd be executive, general government,
Yep,
notes and leases, patriotic purposes, personnel administration.
you've got all the insurance and the interest and personnel admin.
By me, I mean you.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm all right with that.
I'm just
You can handle Madison Peg, right?
I think so,
Yeah, I think so, I think you should be able to,
yeah.
yeah, so we can just cover you whenever,
That's easy.
yeah,
We have our own income.
you have your own income. Yeah, I think that's it, police.
Good question. You know what's happened with the TV contract with,
I got an update from her a week and a half ago or so, and there really wasn't anything that's changed. She's still working in the background with Shelley, and I can't say her last name, begins with a W.
Okay, so that'll work. Is there anybody else who might not be specifically a department head, but we're interested in understanding what's going on with their budget? No? It's not like we can't change it,
Right, you could
Some
always,
more meetings before
Yeah.
then, so.
yeah, we can always,
but I think you're, like you said, you're hitting the big ones.
right. Police, fire, library.
So you do the town, do you do the school?
We go to the school board budget meetings.
Okay.
That's why I was asking if anybody, cause they'll have their regular meeting and then they have a portion of their meeting that they dedicate to the budget, to talking
Okay.
about the budget, and so
All right.
we go to those meetings so that we can understand. And if we have questions, we can ask them at those
Okay.
meetings,
All right.
so,
I guess if there was anything else, I would think rec.
yeah. We can invite them
Yeah. I
if they
mean,
want to. I don't want people to feel like we've left them out.
You don't
Well,
think
it's
we're
gotta-
important?
Devastated.
maybe
for
a
sure.
positive thing.
I get that, you know, like, whoa, I don't have to go to that meeting, you know, it's good for me.
Because there are, there's some of the lines that are, some of the other, lines are much smaller than rec, and we're gonna talk to them.
True,
Elections
true,
and
true.
emergency management and those kinds of things.
Just out of curiosity, did they ever do swim lessons this year?
They did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, good. Good, good, good.
They did them every Tuesday, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on then to number 7, drawdown review. So Linda provided a new on the desks, cause it printed weird without the,
Yeah, if you don't, if I didn't move everything over correctly, it prints that last column on the very last pages. And this thing flipped funny too on this one, so I'm 2 for 2.
And just in case you didn't get a chance to read it, she also gave us a copy of the answers to the questions we had last time. So we are like
67% of the way.
yeah, I was gonna say 66.66, but 67%. So anything that's, you know, crazy above 67%, we just wanted to take a look and see. Some things are paid all up front because they're subscriptions to, say, kiosk and those other things, so that's all paid up front, so they're gonna show 100%. And then something like the assessing contract, that's gonna show as 363% above what's
Right.
budgeted, but we budget 1/5, correct? Or 1/3?
Well, what's in that contract line is what's the contract, which is $1,744 a month for our regular everyday
Okay.
assessing. And in the meantime, before we take that $100,000 out of the $109,000 out of the expendable trust fund, I'm just taking it out of the contract
here.
line for now to,
Yeah. So that'll all get reimbursed.
right, there's like $50,000 or $10,000 a month almost so far that is overspent on that.
Everything else looks pretty
Why is zoning so high?
good. Because,
Postage.
no, well, postage is
Postage
high because
is
we've had to, yeah, so postage is high because we had to re-notify abutters for a bunch of the STR cases that kept
Yeah.
getting continued,
Oh, yeah,
continued, and
yeah.
continued. And so after like 4 continuances, you need to re-notify abutters, because we also knew that some abutters had sold
Yeah,
in between, so there were new
Yeah.
people. So that all had to be done. And then the legal fee is the
yes,
additional legal counsel for the cell tower.
yeah.
And I think there is some STR money that's gonna be reimbursed into there too.
Into that, yeah.
The numbers, except for the legal, the numbers are small to begin with, so,
Right.
yeah, sorry. And by the way, it says S zoning and not just zoning.
I know, it's always said that, and I don't know why.
Maybe they didn't want it at the very end. So does the S in front of it move it up in
Still at the
Still
end.
very
no, still at the very end.
Yeah, I don't, I've seen it and I've hesitated to change it because I don't know why it's always been like that. I don't wanna mess anything up, so it still shows up last. So-
It's funny, street lighting shows up after, oh, it's solid waste, okay. Street lighting. Yeah, it should, that's weird.
I know, I don't know.
Is there anything that you're aware of that we should be aware of that needs to be explained? 146, police detail. That's kinda high.
Well, that's one of those gross appropriation lines where
Oh,
you put a little bit of money in it and don't know what you're gonna be
Yeah.
asked for, so
right,
it comes in the other way, you know what I mean, but it
Right.
doesn't offset
yeah.
in front of you.
So that's maybe a good thing, that there's a lot of requests for police support at things. They're working,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
And then that's over and above, that would be like the electric company, you know, having to replace a pole, so they need an officer
They
there
need
or
an
something.
officer, yeah. Vehicle maintenance is a little high, it's 132% of their budget already.
Yeah, I know I do know that recently they had,
Inspections, right? Or is that coming up?
no, we don't have to do, no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking registrations, never mind. Inspections are in September.
September, yeah, because I was talking with them.
But I know they had quite a few things that came through in one invoice, and I don't remember the details of them, but yeah, they have done work on the cars.
Was it unplanned work that they?
I would imagine so, because I think if they knew they were gonna have a really big thing, they would have put it in there.
They would have put
Yeah,
$6,000 or $7,000 in there.
and I wanna say there was one bill from 2024 for
Oh.
like $700, I think it was, that, we never got, and they just finally told us, hey, you owe us money from like December of 2024. Okay.
Be nice if we got a bill. right?
Yeah, so,
The same with the, not the same, but the issue with the transportation, 222%, some of that will come back in the form of, for the buses? Or-
Well, yes and
No.
no. It doesn't go back into the budget, same thing. There was a $3 charge per student per field trip to kind of offset it,
Right,
but you don't see that come back into here.
no,
Right.
Yeah, I don't expect, but there's money that offsets this. It
In
goes
a
into
sense,
some.
right,
yeah,
it goes in the
a
general
sense.
fund, right, but, well, yeah, the, or the transportation line,
Yeah.
well, it's in the field trips, the $3 thing, but
Yeah.
it, so it goes in the general fund.
Right. Legal, yeah, down there. All right. Does anybody have any questions? You have
Do you
questions?
care about any spelling on the
Oh, on this?
Francis?
Oh, that was more just for you guys.
This is just a wording.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't able to be here.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I know that I
You have a Tuan
misspelled,
meeting.
that's me.
I'm
Fat
red.
fingers, Tuan,
And-
March
and-
Tuan meeting.
And monies is wrong. But that's either you did it.
Yeah, this was just a little question.
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
that was good, I
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're right.
appreciate that.
I just have a question. Just because it's all zeros, we no longer have a K-9, right? So is that eventually, are there
Oh.
plans for that in
No.
the future? Will that just fall off?
It should be off, I don't know, just pop it.
I just figured maybe,
Maybe we're getting another dog?
maybe there was planning in the future, so I'm not dropping it, but
No, I'll just take it off. Just was still in there.
there's a couple in patriotic purposes, but.
Patriots purposes.
Yeah, the band.
yeah.
Oh, right, and that,
Flowers and Veterans Monument.
right,
Are they getting-
I'll fix those.
So I know that, Paulette went to the meeting, the last Board of Selectmen's meeting, and there's plans to put the additional names on
Yeah,
to the
the three
tune
names.
of like $750, is it?
Yes.
Is that, are we gonna take that out of this $500 and then just
And we
overrun it?
we approved to pull the rest out of
The
the
Veterans
Veterans
Monument.
Memorial Fund, so that wouldn't,
Well, we're gonna spend the 500 and
Yes,
the
and then the
245 is
240,
coming out of
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's nice that they give you the first 4 letters free.
I know. Or included in the $300
You're right,
setup
yeah.
and charge, yeah.
The first 4 letters of the first name they put on? or-
That's it, yeah, the
Are
first 4
included,
letters
yeah,
are
it's-
included in the $350 setup fee. And then the other 50, or what?
Yeah, $10 a letter.
$10 a letter?
Yeah.
Is this the same company that has
That
done
did,
the?
that did the
The-
repair on that, yeah.
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 Not Arthur's Memorial.
No,
We're not gonna use them anymore.
I didn't plan, I was really happy with how they helped us out, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so,
And their plan is to get it done before, try and
Veterans
get
Day.
it done before Veterans Day.
yep, he pretty much assured me that they'd
That
fit
it
us
could
in
be done.
before then,
Nice,
so.
very nice.
I've got it now so that it's August is kind of like my cutoff for people
Okay.
to, so that I can get them the
Mhm.
proofs and all that kind of thing to,
So August cutoff is your cutoff,
right, to give them
to give them the
time,
list of names,
right,
right?
and
So
that,
for when we're talking to people and we mentioned that if you're a veteran from Madison, you can have your name put on the monument. What do you want for a cutoff to get all of those copies of the DD 214s and those kinds of things to town hall?
well, I'd say it's by the end of July, then
End of
I know
July,
what numbers,
okay.
what names
Yeah.
we've got, and I can get it all set up to make sure it's done for Veterans Day, cause, I mean, it's been a couple weeks between proofs and going back and forth and
Yeah.
all that, so.
Okay, so end of July cutoff for names and info.
And that's just me saying that, no, the selectmen haven't
Well-
told me what it is, but that seems to work.
Right? Info to town hall. Yeah, and that gives you time to bring it to them and get it approved and everything too, so. Okay, end of July makes sense, that way when we're, like I said, when we're talking to people, we know what that date is. And that they're only gonna get etched once a year, we're not doing
That's,
this,
was my plan, right, cause it is a $300 fee for them to just come out here,
right.
so make it worth.
Okay. Anyone have any other questions, concerns, things you want to bring up? No. I think this is like the fastest
Wow.
meeting on record that the ABC has ever had. Yes? No? Maybe? All
They're
right.
gonna be like this all the time.
No, they're not. No, they're
Don't
not.
count on it.
Wait till November.
Right, wait till stuff gets going. Okay, I do have one other thing that I wanna think about for the September meeting is, we had talked last time about budget guidance development. And we know that we've already talked to the school about the healthcare, and Heather's was already on that and working toward it. The other issue with it was making sure, if we can, and there's not an issue with the negotiated agreements, that all members pay the same. That there was some inequity across different employee categories that was a little bit of a concern, and so if there's a way to have that be the same, then it should. And then for the selectmen, last year when we had presented that the employee share of the healthcare go up, the selectmen voted to increase it to 7% with the comment that it would increase, they would definitely look at increasing it to 10% this year. So I just wanna make sure that it's predominantly, it ends up being on Linda's desk, I think, to run those numbers and see what that looks like, but,
Yeah, they expect maybe we could have the numbers, within the first 2 weeks of October.
October. Okay. And then just a note, if any departments are already working on their budgets or have any big items that they think that they're gonna have to ask for, if they could get it in front of, Linda, the select board, advisory budget committee, that way we can all get on board with what that's gonna be and how it's gonna look. That would be great. Alright, anything else? No? Well, there being no further business before the advisory budget committee, I make a motion that we adjourn. It is 6:34. Second?
Aye.
He's jumping.
He jumps. Dan seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you all.